War is coming. Secrets are unraveling. And Feyre Archeron is no longer a pawn in someone else's game. She's a weapon now. Forged by fire and trauma, shaped by love and betrayal, and driven by a purpose greater than revenge. In 星号 A Court of Winds and Ruin 星号 the third installment of Sarah J. Maas's breathtaking 星号 A Court of Thorns and Roses 星号 series, the stakes are higher than ever as the battle for the fate of Prythian begins. Feyre returns to the Spring Court, but she's not the same girl who once fell in love with its High Lord. After all she's seen and all she's lost, she's become something far more dangerous. She pretends to play the doting lover once again to Tamlin, but under the surface she's plotting, dismantling and deceiving. Every smile, every sweet word is a calculated move in a deadly game. Her goal is to uncover the Spring Court's secrets, sabotage their alliances, and funnel every ounce of information back to her true family. In the night court inside Tamlin's court, Feyre plays a perilous game, walking the razor's edge between discovery and devastation. Tamlin's once passionate love has become possessive, suffocating, and rooted in guilt. Lucien, still torn by loyalties, begins to see glimpses of the woman Feyre has become and the truth she refuses to share. When Feyre's schemes finally come to fruition, her escape is swift and savage. She rips apart the Spring Court's trust and leaves it reeling back in the Night Court. Feyre reunites with Rhys, her mate, and the members of his inner circle who have become her family. The bond between her and Rhys is stronger than ever, a union built not just on desire but on mutual respect, loyalty, and fierce love. With the threat of war looming, Feyre and her allies must rally the courts of Prythian. But unity is not easily won. Ancient grudges, distrust, and political games stand in the way. Feyre must walk into rooms filled with enemies and speak truths that make her vulnerable, all while knowing that any wrong move could mean the fall of everything she holds dear. As alliances are forged and battles are planned, a darker, deeper threat looms. The King of Hybern, armed with the cauldron and driven by cruel ambition, intends to tear down the wall between the human and Fey realms, bringing destruction on a scale the world has never known. Feyre and her companions realize that defeating Hybern will require more than military power. They must seek knowledge buried in forgotten places, confront ancient beings with unknown motives, and sacrifice more than they ever thought they could. The story takes us through intense political meetings, daring missions, and unexpected reunions. Feyre's sisters Nesta and Ellen, who were forcibly turned Fey by the cauldron, play vital roles. Nesta, fierce and unyielding, hides a terrifying power beneath her icy exterior. Ellen, once soft and sweet, begins to change as well, haunted by visions she can't understand. Their transformation is as crucial as Feyre's, and their relationships with the inner circle, especially with Cassian and Asriel, create a web of tension, affection, and hope. Feyre's growth in this book is monumental. She's no longer trying to find her place in the world, she's building one. Every decision she makes, every battle she fights is not just for survival but for a future where freedom and love can exist. She doesn't shy away from hard choices even when they cost her dearly. Her leadership is not about power but about protection and the willingness to bleed for others. The romance between Feyre and Rhys continues to deepen, but it never overshadows the urgency of the war. Their love is steady and unwavering, a source of strength for both. It's not about rescuing each other but about standing side by side through the fire. In every moment of despair they find solace in each other's presence. It's a love that doesn't just survive the storm, it commands it. The battle scenes in 星号 A Court of Winds and Ruin 星号 are epic and emotionally devastating. Sarah J. Maas crafts war not as a distant concept but as a visceral force. You feel the chaos, the loss, the terror. Beloved characters fall, new heroes rise, and every life lost carries weight. The final confrontation with Hybern is brutal, full of unexpected twists and impossible sacrifices. In the midst of the bloodshed, Feyre and her allies discover the cost of victory and what it means to protect not just the people they love but the ideals they believe in. The book doesn't shy away from the harsh realities of war or the emotional toll it takes on everyone involved. There are no easy wins, no perfect strategies, only hard choices and irreversible consequences. Feyre's journey is not just about defeating an enemy, it's about healing, rebuilding, and finding the strength to keep going. When everything seems lost, but amidst the chaos there are moments of light, humor, tenderness, and friendship. The bond between the inner circle remains one of the series' strongest elements. Cassian's bravery and stubborn heart, Morrigan's fierce loyalty and hidden pain, Asriel's quiet strength, and Shadow's emerence otherworldly power and biting wit, they all add layers of richness to the narrative. These characters are not just sidekicks, they are integral to the story, each carrying their own battles, scars, and dreams that are also stunning reveals about the history of the world, the true nature of the cauldron, and the ancient powers at play. The mythology deepens, expanding the world of Prythian beyond anything we've seen before. Feyre and her allies come face to face with gods, monsters, and forces that defy understanding. Some offer aid, others threaten to tear everything apart. Through it all, Feyre remains a steady flame, determined to burn through the darkness. The emotional core of Xinghao, A Court of Winds, and Ruin Xinghao is the idea of choice. The choice to love, the choice to fight, the choice to hope. Feyre chose her path, and every page of this book is a testament to that choice. She's not the hero because she was chosen or born with power, she's the hero because she stood up when it mattered most, even when she was afraid, even when she was broken. As the war reaches its final crescendo, Feyre is forced to make impossible decisions. Death looms, sacrifice becomes inevitable, and the fate of the world hangs by a thread. The climax of the story is heart-wrenching, breathtaking, and unforgettable. Just when it seems all hope is lost, small acts of bravery light the way. The final battle is not just fought with swords and spells, but with love, loyalty, and the unbreakable bonds of Fang family. Xinghao, A Court of Winds and Ruin Xinghao is a triumphant and harrowing tale of resistance, resilience, and love in the face of ruin. It's a story about rising from the ashes of pain and fighting not just for survival but for something beautiful and worth living for. Feyre's journey is one of the most compelling transformations in fantasy literature, a reminder that strength is forged in the darkest moments, and that even when the world is falling apart, there is power in standing together. This book grips you from the first page and doesn't let go until the final word. It pulls you into a world of magic, danger, romance, and sacrifice, and leaves you aching for more. With powerful storytelling, unforgettable characters, and jaw-dropping twists, Xinghao, A Court of Winds and Ruin Xinghao is not just a fantasy novel, it's a battle cry, a love letter to courage, and a testament to the human spirit. If you're ready for a story that will break your heart and mend it all over again, this audiobook will become your next obsession. Dive in and let the war begin.